Welcome to another video on NIKKE Goddess of Victory. Now there are 3 different types of units in this game that are very exclusive and are prioritized more than any other units. These are the Collab units, the limited units, as well as the Pilgrim unit. In today's video we will be answering the ever more important question, that is, who is more important, who should you prioritize, and who is a must summon. This is going to be a very easy and challenging question to answer, but we're going to try to make it clear today. So join me in the discovery of the most important units in the game. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you show your support, like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. To answer this question, there's a couple of points we need to go over. So the first one I'm going to talk about is how easy it is to get those units after the banner has gone. So in that regards, Pilgrim characters are a lot more easier to obtain than the limited units and the collaboration characters, because collaborations, I don't think there's ever going to be a rerun, so that's something you need to think about. So whenever a collab character gets released, I will probably say they are a must summon. I would say collab units are characters you want to get because you never know what type of other characters get released in the future that might actually improve on the collab characters that you missed out on. And if you don't have those collab characters, there's probably not going to be any other way to get them, so you pretty much handicapped yourself in that regard. And then when it comes to limited units, we don't know how reruns work in NIKKE because we have not gotten a rerun in this game. So what I'm speculating will happen is every single season, so with the limited units, they are seasonal characters, so winter and summer units. So what I'm speculating is whenever we get a limited banner for summer characters, they might potentially add the previous limited units in that banner, lower rates, but you have a chance to actually pull them there. I don't think they will do a rerun for those units. So for example, the winter season is about to come up. We're going to get probably 2 new limited winter units, but Miracle Fairy, so this last year winter character, as well as Winter Rupee over here, I don't think they will be getting a rerun, but there is going to be a chance for them to be added into the banner for that specific banner. So that will make it easier for us to get those units, because once the limited character goes, the banner is released, there's pretty much no other way to get them because they won't be added into the standard pools, which is why a lot of people think it is very important to get the limited units. However, with limited characters, there's another thing you need to think about. But how easy is it to get the Pilgrim units when the banner goes away? Well, the Pilgrim units will be added into the regular pools in a couple of, I don't know how often they get added or how quickly they get added, but every single Pilgrim banner we've gotten, they get added into the regular pools, so you have a slight chance to put them and pull them. So that is actually very, very good. If you decide to skip on a Pilgrim banner, there is still a chance for you to pull them off banner. So in that regards, the 2 main characters or 2 main type of units that are winning this category is the collab characters right now at number 1, and number 2 we have the limited units, because we don't know how they're going to rerun those previous limited units. But if I'm right in my speculation, I will still say it is very important to get collaboration characters when they come out. So when I said in the start of the video, so the intro, it is going to be an easy question to answer, I would definitely say prioritize collab characters, because it is something that you don't know when they're going to come back again. I don't think they will come back again. I don't think it's beneficial for NIKKE to actually release a rerun for a collab when they can just keep releasing new collaborations. So in that regard, if you miss out on the collab characters, you probably won't be able to get them in the future. So that's why I prioritize them at number 1. However, that's not the only points we need to think about with the collab characters and the Pilgrim characters and the limited units. So although the limited characters don't get added into the standard pool, it might make it seem like they are characters you want to be getting when they get released. However, what we have noticed is that limited characters are not meta units. Not all of them are meta units. We've gotten about 6 limited units so far in the game, and out of them, only 2 of them, in my opinion, would I say is meta, and those are Summer Anis, which is over here, Summer Anis being at number 1, as well as Summer Helm. But even then, Summer Helm is just not on the same tier as the Summer Anis, but both of those 2, in my opinion, are the main important limited units. Now we've gotten there's 4 other limited units that are just completely meh in my opinion, so you can technically skip out on them because you won't be missing out on anything. So in the future, when we get more limited characters, I still think that's going to be something that happens, because they're basically just selling you a skin as a character. That's what I see limited characters are. Some of them will be good, but some of them are just going to be bad. So if you realize they are bad, then you can probably skip out on them, but you need to first understand why are those units bad. Is it the skills, or the fact that there is no current characters that can actually help them out right now? If it's a limited character that has a skill that right now there isn't a teammate to help them out, more than likely in the future they will release a character to help them out, and therefore that limited character will become a lot better, so probably worth getting. But if there are units like in my opinion Anne-Marie, who is only good in PvP, and to be honest, I wouldn't say you should summon for her if they do a rerun, and a character like Summer Winter Rupee, easy skip as well. I don't see any units even helping this character in the future. So in that regard, how good are those type of units? The limited units are not that great. There's a few exceptions, but in my opinion, out of like the collab characters and then the Pilgrim characters, the limited characters in that regard are not the strongest. Now with the collab characters, we've only gotten 2 collaborations so far. However, the last collaboration we actually got 2 very good characters. Not like, actually I do think 2B is definitely a top tier character. A2 is also very top tier as well, and in fact 2B is a character that will actually become even better in the future as more characters releases that can actually buff up HP scaling units. So in that regards, 2B can actually keep being actually a good character as time goes on with the game. A2 has a very unique ability to break the parts a lot faster, so in that regards, as more bosses get released with breaking parts being important, then she will still be a very good character. So and then we also have other collaboration characters with the Chainsaw Man. None of them are really too OP. Makima is a decently good character, Power is a decently good character, but in terms of collaborations, you're not really summoning on them for how good they are. You're summoning on them on how exclusive they are, and there's a chance that you never ever get them in the future. And there's also a couple of them that is actually very good. And then for Pilgrim characters, just always summon for them. Pilgrim characters are going to be the top tier characters in the game, no doubt about it. We've gotten a bunch of Pilgrim characters that have fulfilled that role. We've got Red Hood. She did need a buff to fulfill that top tier role, like the absolute top tier role, but still, whenever Pilgrim banner gets released with that 1% chance, compared to the collaboration characters as well as the limited characters at 2% chance to get the characters, Pilgrim characters have a 1% chance. So the game needs to advertise those characters as a good units to warrant that low percentage. So Pilgrim characters will always be good, and in my opinion, in that regard, Pilgrim units should be the priority. Always get a Pilgrim character. Yes, you can get Pilgrim banners or Pilgrim characters from standard banners and whatnot. However, the rate is not on your side. I still have yet to pull a Scarlet, so I know Scarlet is a top tier character, no banners for her, but I'm still going to try and pull Scarlet. So imagine that being you, when a new Pilgrim character comes out, you decide to skip on them and they get added into this, and you think, okay, I can pull them later on. It's going to take you a while before you can even pull them. I've been playing since day 1. I'm yet to get a Scarlet, so I would not be risking that, especially when the Pilgrim characters are that strong. So in that regard, Pilgrim characters are definitely your main priority. So I've already explained why collaborations characters are your main priority. I've also explained why Pilgrim characters are also your main priority. That is why I said in the beginning, it's an easy question to answer, but at the same time very difficult. Both of those characters are very important, are must summon in my opinion. Now when it comes to limited characters, that is where I believe they are not the main priority out of all the 3 types of units I have mentioned. Like I said, there are some that is good, but what I see limited characters being are characters that are basically reskinned to look very beautiful, very nice, but at the same time they don't have to deliver on their skills. Limited units don't have to be good to get money, but at the same time, if they are good, obviously people will summon for them. But like I said, limited units have a 2% chance. They look very stunning. We have characters like Summer Anis. However, we also have characters like Summer Neon, who is absolutely garbage. So in the future, more limited characters will get released. we don't really expect limited characters to be like the best broken character in the game. We just expect them to be good or decent or even bad, but have very good design, and that's why you're really summoning for them. And also the fact that we don't know how the reruns is going to work in this game, and that's why I actually said in my previous video I don't really like the method in which NIKKE tells you to summon for a character, which is basically FOMO. We are scared of missing out on those characters, and that's why we summon for them. Because if I knew this character were going to get rerun every single year, I probably will decide, you know what, I can skip her on her this year, but I can get her next year. But we don't know any information about that, and that's why I personally just summon for every single limited character, every single limited character, because I don't know when they're going to come out again. I don't want to miss out on that character, and that's why I believe NIKKE runs on FOMO, exactly that. So anyways, to answer that question, out of the 3 characters, which one are your main priority? Well, because collaboration characters, how often do they run? So last year we did get 2 collaboration in a year. We don't know if they're going to do the same thing this year. We don't even know if they're going to stop collaborations, but in general, you must, in my opinion, I would prioritize collaborations, because it makes your, if you think about it, collaboration characters will probably never run again. If you have those characters, it makes your account look even more exclusive. And at the end of the day, it shows that you've been here since the start of the game, or you were here during the collaborations. And you never know what would happen with future characters getting released. They might actually buff up the collaboration units. So in that regard, if you miss out on them, and it turns out that those collaboration characters that got released a year before, but now have a very good support for them, then after a year after, now you can't get them because you skipped out on them, then you've pretty much screwed yourself in that regard. So in my opinion, yes, collaboration have the main important characters to summon for, but at the same time, Pilgrim characters are also just as important as well. You don't really want to miss out on Pilgrim characters. They literally improve your account in terms of power. So Pilgrims are power characters. Collaboration characters are power, but exclusive, never returning again. I'm going to say it, never returning. I can't confirm it, but I'm 99.9% chance I'm certain that collaborations will never rerun. So in that regard, collaboration characters are the most premium character in the game. And then when it comes to limited characters, they are basically eye candy. You look at them, but you probably won't use them. They look very nice, taste no, that sounds weird. They look very nice, but you probably will not be using them in game. There are some that's an exception, but out of all those 3, they are definitely the least prioritized one in my opinion. So I'm making this video to hopefully help also new players who are coming into NIKKE, because obviously they probably joined in during the anniversary. From my last video, I did see a lot of people saying this. I joined NIKKE in a collaboration, so when 2B and 80 was released, and I also saw a bunch of people say they joined during the anniversary. So for those of those people, sorry, who are interested in knowing who are the main type of characters they should be aiming for, those are your answer. With the standard banner characters, you can also add them into your what's called wish list, and you can also have a chance of getting them from your social point recruit. So with me, I'm saving my social point recruitment so that whenever a new character comes out that I just do decide to skip out, I can wait for like 3 banners after. If there's another character that I skip out on, I can just go ahead and just pop this summon, hopefully trying to pull them. We also have the modes that we can use to try and get the banners, the standard banner characters that we missed out on. So that's my priority now moving forward, especially when I dumped all my resources on Red Hood. I can't be summoning for every single character that comes out. So my main priority will be those 2 particular characters, collaborations as well as Pilgrim units. But obviously Pilgrim units are going to be coming out more often than collaboration characters. And whenever a collaboration character is coming out, they give us months in advance to actually start preparing. So we are good in that regard. Anyways, we should be getting 2 limited characters soon. So some of the winter units, we don't know who exactly it is. I've seen a bunch of speculation, I've seen people talk about it, but it's up to you to decide if you want to summon for them. But we obviously need to wait and see the skills, wait for content creators to test them out. In fact, you can test them out yourself with the new system in Union that allows you to test out the characters. Anyways, hopefully you guys found this video helpful and overall useful. Like I said at the start of the video, like and subscribe to show your support. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.